Hi, I'm Savola Frazier, and today I want to share with you a success tip that I believe that every entrepreneur needs in order to be successful. Let's jump in.
Welcome to Fearless Living with Servola Frazier, where we talk about life, love, and business.
So, as an entrepreneur myself, I've experienced a lot of different things on my path or my journey to success. And one of the things that I come into contact with on a regular basis as a coach, because that's a part of what I do, is a lot of people wanting to jump out or wanting to ask questions as to how did I start my journey, or how did I even come up with this idea to do the different things that I do through my business. How did that stuff come forward, and how do I even stay focused on being able to do those things? And I am going to share what I believe is so important for every entrepreneur in order for you to stay laser focused on what it is you want to do and to be successful at it. Now, the first thing that I think is necessary, and this is what I'm going to talk about in this particular segment, and that is you've probably heard this before, but you have to begin with the end in mind. You have to begin with the end in mind. And so, what does that even mean? Begin with the end in mind. That sounds so great and fabulous, like it's so deep. Begin with the end in mind. But here, let me break it down for you. You got to have a vision on where you're going. So, for example, when you leave out of your house to go to a particular destination, you know where you're going. You may not always know how you're going to get there. And see, sometimes we get stuck on trying to figure out all the hows instead of just focusing in on, where am I going? Where am I supposed to be? What is the end destination? What does that look like for me? For you? What does it look like where you're going? And when I started thinking about this, begin with the end in mind, I started thinking about, okay, well, how did that affect me? I begin to realize that it starts with what you see. If you can't see where you're going, where you're supposed to be, then you're not going to get there. And I know, Mrs. Positive here, but I'm just telling you the truth. If you do not see where you're trying to go, you're not going to get there. What do I mean by seeing it? I mean by being able to visualize it. So when you're saying, okay, this is the vision that I think that I want to do, I want to accomplish, you have to ask yourself, what does that look like? What does that look like that you want to, change the world? Okay, you want to change the world, but what does that look like for you? Because it's not going to look the same for me. So as you're thinking through as an entrepreneur, as you're thinking through and you're saying, okay, this is the business that I think I want to get into, you have to decide, what does that business look like for you? And what does the outcome of that business look like for you? And what does it look like, what you're expecting this business to bring into your life, your total package of your life? What does that look like for you? Not for everyone else, but for you. What is that visual picture of the vision being fulfilled in your life? The visual picture of the vision being fulfilled in your life, what does that look like for you? I can't say it enough, because if you can't see it, you surely won't be able to be it, and you surely won't be able to sustain it. So you have to know what that picture looks like. And this is why it's so important. If I put before you a picture of me, and then I put it before you a picture of something that was not me, and I said, and I was trying to convince you that the picture of that wasn't me is me, then you would be like, no, that's not you. This is you. This is who you are. This is what it is. This is what looks like you. That doesn't look like you. This looks like you. And that's what it's like when you have a vision. When you know what the picture looks like, you can tell everything else, that doesn't look like what I'm supposed to be doing. That doesn't look like the road I'm supposed to be taking. That doesn't look like the path that I'm supposed to be on. This is my path. This is what it looks like. This is where I'm going. This is the direction I need to be moving in. And so when you know where you're going, you don't have to have the plan fully put together, because the plan actually takes time, because there's going to be things that you will do one way one day and another way another day. and your plan will change. Oh my goodness, this is something that's so important for us as entrepreneurs. I hope you're listening. That plan is going to change. No matter how many times you look at that business plan, it's necessary. Now, you got to have a plan. I'm not telling you to not have a plan because you need a plan, because if you don't plan, then you're automatically planning to fail. So you do have to have a plan. But what I'm saying to you is that that plan is not etched in stone. Don't etch the plan in stone. Allow it to be a fluid plan. So you can't put the cart before the horse. You can't try to plan out where you want to be before you decide where you want to be. I'll say that again. You can't put the cart before the horse. You can't try to plan where you want to be before you decide where you want to be. You have to decide where you want to be first. Then you create the plan to go with what you decide. And many times we get stuck because we have a glimmer of a thought and we start charging out, trying to plan, get it done. And then once we get the plan through, we're like, I don't know if this is really what I want to do. I don't know if this is really where I want to go. Get clear first on what that picture looks like for you. What does it look like for you? Why do you want it so bad? Because that's all going to tie in to what it looks like. Many times as entrepreneurs, that vision looks like freedom, but what does that look like for you? Is that you being able to breathe freely, pay all your bills, and be able to just live in this capacity where you can live your life, experiencing more things? Or what does it look like you working really, really hard so that you can save up a lot of money so that you can put away an inheritance for your children? Whatever that looks like for you is for you. It's not for me, it's for you. So this is not keep up with the Joneses as entrepreneurs, because I don't believe in keeping up with the Joneses. I believe in you creating the path for yourself that's clear for you. What does that look like? Because your success journey, that success target, is all about what you see, not about what everybody else sees. So it starts, you have to begin with the end in mind. Where do you want to go? And when you decide where you want to go, then you can create the plan, but don't create the plan before you decide where you want to go. So guys, thank you so much for being with me today. Those of you who are a part of my tribe, go ahead and like this, and if you're not, go ahead and subscribe and join in with me as I continue to provide you these success tips, sometimes for entrepreneurs, sometimes for couples, but needless to say, they're all success tips that I want to share with the public audience. So go ahead and like and subscribe and leave your comments below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.